spatula, and a toothpick. With your oven preheating to a cozy 350 F, it's time to get mixing. Grab a large bowl and whisk together the almond flour, cocoa powder, chopped walnuts, and cinnamon. This mixture forms the base of your brownie batter, and the whisking helps to evenly distribute the flavors. Now, let's prepare the dates. After soaking them in warm water for 10 minutes, drain and chop them finely. If they're still a tad too firm, don't hesitate to give them a quick pulse in a food processor. You're aiming for a smoother texture that will seamlessly blend into the batter. Next up is the wet mixture. In a separate bowl, whisk together the almond milk, maple syrup, cayenne pepper, and salt until well combined. This concoction is what will give your brownies that moist, fudgy texture we all crave. Once you've prepared both mixtures, it's time to unite them. Pour the wet mixture into the larger bowl containing the dry ingredients. With a gentle hand and spatula, fold everything together until just combined. Be careful not to overmix here. We want to ensure our brownies stay tender and don't end up tough. Now you have your wet and dry ingredients ready to go. With a little patience and some oven magic, you're just a step away from savoring these delectable Mexican hot chocolate brownies with a spicy cayenne kick. With your ingredients prepped, it's time to bring it all together. Start by combining your wet and dry ingredients. In the bowl with your almond flour, cocoa powder, chopped walnuts, and cinnamon, add the almond milk, maple syrup, cayenne pepper, and salt. Now this is where the magic begins. As you fold the wet mixture into the dry ingredients, you'll see your brownie batter taking shape. Make sure not to overmix though, as we want our brownies to be wonderfully moist, not tough. Once your batter is just combined, it's time to pour it into your prepared baking pan. The parchment paper you've lined the pan with will make removal a breeze once the brownies are baked. Use your spatula to spread the batter evenly across the pan. We want a level surface to ensure even baking. With your batter ready and waiting, it's time for the grand entrance into the preheated oven. Bake for 20 to 25 minutes and immerse yourself in the tempting aroma of cocoa and cinnamon wafting through your kitchen. As your brownies bake, their texture will transform from a liquid batter to a fudgy consistency. To check for this, insert a toothpick into the center of the brownie after 20 minutes. If it comes out with moist crumbs, congratulations, your brownies are done. If it comes out with wet batter, don't worry, just bake for a few more minutes and check again. Remember, we're aiming for fudgy brownies, not cakey ones. Remember to check for doneness with a toothpick to ensure you achieve that perfect fudginess. And there you have it, the moment you've been waiting for. You've successfully combined and baked your spicy Mexican hot chocolate brownies. But hold on, we're not quite finished yet. The next step is to let them cool, and then finally, you can cut into them and savor the rich chocolatey flavor with a kick of cayenne. Stay tuned. The hardest part is waiting for these delicious brownies to cool. But trust me, the wait is worth it. You see, allowing the brownies to cool completely in the pan before cutting them into squares is absolutely essential. This step ensures that your brownies hold their shape and don't crumble when you cut into them. It's like giving them time to set into a perfect fudgy consistency. But it's not just about the texture. As the brownies cool, something magical happens. The flavors intensify. The rich cocoa melds with the notes of warm cinnamon, while the cayenne pepper, that sly little spice, begins to assert itself more. The result is a brownie with layers of flavor that unfold with every bite. So let them set. Then, when you can't stand the wait any longer, cut into them. Enjoy that first bite and savor the perfect blend of rich chocolate, warm cinnamon, and cayenne. These brownies are a perfect blend of rich chocolate, warm cinnamon, and a kick of cayenne. Want to make these brownies even better? Here are some tips and tricks. If you're after a smoother texture, consider pulsing the chopped dates with a smidgen of almond milk before adding to the batter. This can help to integrate them more seamlessly. For those of you with a serious chocolate craving, go ahead and add an extra tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder. Trust me, it'll deepen the chocolatey delight without overpowering the other flavors. And for a bit of crunch, sprinkle some chopped nuts or flaked sea salt over the top of the batter before sliding it into the oven. Oh, and don't forget about leftovers. Stash them in an airtight container at room temperature for a quick snack within 3 days, or in the fridge if you plan to save them for up to a week. Remember, the